1. Ah, between me and you by Fazza, between me and you is not just distance, but a world of words unsaid. A longing that stretches past oceans and dreams I dream when I'm in bed. You pass like wind through the branches and I, the tree that aches to sway. But silence builds a wall of echoes, and love just quietly slips away. 2. You are my poem by Fazza. You are the ink that fills my pen. The verse I write again and again. Each line I rhyme, each thought I send leads back to you, my journey's end. I never seek the poet's fame if you're the only one who knows my name. For what is glory, gold, or praise if I can't have your eyes to raise? 3. Without you, by Fazza, without you, the moon forgets to rise. The stars grow dim in the empty skies. My nights stretch long without your face, a time without a single grace. I carry your name like a sacred prayer, whispered low in desert air. You are my compass, you are my light. Without you, day is darker than night. The whispers of the desert of by Fazza, I wander deep into the silent sand, where time forgets to count the land. The wind, a singer with no face, carried your name across the space. Each dune rose like a buried dream, soft golden waves in a sunlit stream. I climbed them not to reach the skies, but chasing echoes of your eyes. The falcon soared in quiet grace, like memories I cannot erase. And in the hush between two beats, your voice returned in faded sheets. You once had walked these paths with me, beneath this sky, beside this tree. Your laughter danced on every breeze. Now all that's left is whispered please. I speak to stars when night is still. They answer back with desert chill. They say your heart still beats somewhere, but fate is deaf to lover's prayer. I do not curse the time that's passed, for love like ours was meant to last. Even if years may steal your face, your soul lives on in every place. So when the wind caresses skin, it's not just sand that stirs within. It's you, it's love, it's every vow I kept then, and I keep now. Still I wait by Fazza. I have counted the days like grains of sand, slipping quietly through time's open hand. And though the winds have tried to erase, each memory still holds your face. The moon has heard me speak your name 1,000 times, always the same, so always the same. With every rise and gentle fall, I wait beneath its silver call. They ask me, oh, why do you still stay? Why chase a dream that drifts away? But love is not a fleeting flame. It burns through loss, it stays through pain. I've watched the seasons come and go, the desert bloom, then lose its glow. Yet still, I see you in the rain, in blooming flowers, and again, in falcons gliding through the sky, and stars that blink a lover's cry. In the soft hush before the dawn, where hope is born and fear is gone. Some say that time will make me see that love is best when it is free. But freedom too has chains, you see, for I am bound where you still be. I do not beg the world to bend, nor write these words to seek an end. But in the silence I remain, a man who loved and loves again. If fate should one day bring you near, and in your eyes the past is clear, you'll find me standing, still the same, waiting softly, with your name. A love I never said by Fazza, there are poems I never wrote for you, verses buried beneath the truth. Not for lack of ink or time, but because some love escapes the rhyme. I watched you walk through chapters past, a fleeting page I wished would last. Your smile, a dawn I couldn't hold. Your silence, stories left untold. You stood so near, yet far from reach, like tides that kiss but never reach. I spoke in glances veiled and still, hoping your heart would drink its fill. You never asked what burned inside, and I too proud, too lost to confide. But every look you never caught was a letter, sealed and never brought. They say love speaks in thunder, fire, but mine was softer, sweet, entire. It lived in pauses and gentle grace and the ache of missing your face. I gave you space, I gave you peace, and called it love without release. Not to cage you, not to chain, but to love you free, despite the pain. Now years have come and years have gone, the world has turned, the night moves on. But still within this quiet chest, you are the secret I love best. You'll never know the words I kept. The nights I dreamed, the times I wept. But if you ever feel a breeze that speaks your name between the trees, know that somewhere, near or far, there beats a heart that knows who you are. And though no vow was ever said, you are the love I never shed. Or written in the sand by Fazza, I found your name written in the sand, not by my hand, but by the land. The wind had carved it soft and true, as if the earth remembered you. The sea rolled in with breath so deep, whispering secrets it long did keep. It spoke of you in ancient tones, of love once buried under stones. The stars above began to weep, their silver eyes no longer sleep. They saw the way you haunt my skies, like faded prayers and silent cries. and silent cries. I walk alone where you once stood. The desert's heart still beats in wood. The tree we marked, the path we knew, still bleeds with memories of you. I speak to falcons on the wing. They ask me why I do not sing. But how can joy find voice again when love remains a ghost in rain? You were a flame the wind could not snuff, but time, it seems, is not enough. For even when the moon is high, it bears no warmth, just cold goodbye. Yet I believe in fate's long thread, in lifetimes lived in tears we've shed. Perhaps in some far morning's grace, I'll wake to see your sleeping face. Yes, and you'll remember not with mind, but with the soul, both yours and mine. That once we danced where roses grew, and time stood still, and you. Until then, I will not demand, but trace your name again in sand. So if you pass this way someday, you'll know I loved you all the way. If you come back by Fazza, if you come back when the sky turns gray, when all the songs have flown away, you'll find me here where you left me last, still holding on, still living past. I built a home within my chest, a place for you, where you could rest. No doors, no locks, just open air, a heartbeat built for you to share. The world moved on, as worlds will do, but time stood still when it came to you. Seasons changed, the earth did spin, yet I remained where we had been. I wore your name like morning dew, soft and silent, known to few. Not shouted loud across the land, but traced in thought, in trembling hand. I wrote you letters never sent, each word a piece of what you meant. They gathered dust beneath the bed, unread, unopened, but never dead. I spoke to shadows in your voice, not out of madness, but by choice. For though you're gone, you're not quite far. You live in every breath I spar. And if one day you lose your way and find no stars to light your stay, just listen close to wind or flame. You'll hear me call your sacred name. If you come back with years between, wearing scars of things unseen, I'll open arms with no regret. For love like ours is never met. So take your time, or take the skies, or chase your truth in stranger eyes. But know this soul will never lack space for you if you come back.